Alright there, Procrastinauts, mine's Pleborian, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have some pretty shocking news and some pretty damn awesome news. But before I do any of that, I'm going to stop all this now, because there is something that I want to talk about. I believe it's quite important, and it's something that has never really been that important to me before, but it's something I've learnt about quite a lot over the past 24 hours. Now, as some of you guys may remember, a couple of episodes ago I made mention that one of the KSP Media Group YouTubers by the name of HOC Gaming, more commonly known as Harv, has recently got in contact with me asking me if I would be interested in doing a charity live stream this weekend. Now, Harv isn't the guy who is organising this. The guy who is organising this is PDTV. Yes, the PDTV. That is a name that all of you guys should know. But the guy's name is not important. What is important is the work that is going on here. Now, I spoke to PD last night, and he just went over a few things about Child's Play, what he attempts to achieve out of the live stream, and from my initial response, it's a pretty damn noble cause. So, what exactly is Child's Play? Well, Child's Play is a charity that provides kids in hospitals with all kinds of goodies to keep them occupied and keep them happy while they are undergoing massive operations, minor operations, well, or just any time they have to spend away from home, away from their parents. The way it works is it's a charity that takes donations from people all over the world. Kurt J-Mac does a lot of work for it, and PD is now about to take this massive undertaking for it, and it's just going to help children everywhere, absolutely everywhere. It's not limited to one country or one. I wouldn't know what to call a bunch of countries like the EU. Let's call them a I can't even say that word, so I'm just going to scrap it. But yeah, it affects the entire world. Child's Play charity does, and I don't know about you, but imagine if you were a 12-year-old and you had a very nasty accident where you perhaps maybe broke your leg or your arm, or perhaps you had a disease, and you had to spend this Christmas in a hospital. Now, a hospital can be a very scary place, especially if mum and dad aren't available to be there and support you. So Child's Play just literally gives a helping hand to those people that really need it most, the kids. And especially at times like this in December when it's Christmas, I think it's very important to recognise the good work that people like Child's Play do. So, over the course of this week, I will be having some sort of scrolly message at the top of the screen. I will have something pop up every so often to remind you to get onto the live stream Friday night or Saturday day and give generously. I mean, not everyone will be able to give generously. If you're like me, you're always skint, then that's not a problem. Go over there and show your support to the guys who are putting in a lot of hard work. On top of that, the devs will be there, from what I understand. There's going to be a hell of a lot of different YouTubers there, so you might get to see a lot of your favourites. You might get to see people you've never even heard of, who will be then become your new favourites, and so on and so forth. It's going to be pretty immense, and I really don't know what else to say about that, but like I said, you'll be constantly reminded to get involved in some way, shape or form. Not only that, I've also been put on the backup list. I don't know if I am on the backup list or whether I'm on the actual list, but I'm going to say I'm on the backup list just in case I am actually on the backup list. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'll have to find that out later. But enough about that for now. I will remind you guys at the end of this recording session, and you will have reminders all the way through. So remember, people, give generously. Christmas is coming and some people don't have it as good as us. Now, onto a bit of terrible news. No flights in progress. Yes, some of you may have read the comment section yesterday in regards to me saying something along the lines of KISS is going. Well, basically what I have done is I have removed KISS. I've removed everything, basically. I've deleted my old save game, and I'm starting afresh. But why is this, you say? Well, the colonization of Juna was not entirely brilliant. It was just one lonely pod with no Kerbals in. So yesterday, as I was browsing around the Kerbal forums, I realised that Bobcat Industries had made a new mod that had happened to have just been released that day. So I'm going to show you this now, This is a beast. This is an absolute beast. It's going to be absolute rape, yo. Let's have a look at this. Tall. What is this mess? Now, these things here are modules, base modules. All of them open up, all of them have really, really crazy functions. All of them are pretty damn sick. And I just figured it'd be perfect to use in a Juna colonization. I mean, I've got one that holds a rover, and I've got 2 actual habitation modules there. So that's more than enough to colonize Juna, I think, for now at least. All I have to do is get it there. It's possible. It's just landing this thing in one piece, well, in 3 pieces, because that's, well, technically it's 4 pieces, because the pod's also a piece, but, yes. Excuse me. Oh, that was pretty bad. Winter. It's cold, and everyone feels rough. But yeah, for now, this should be more than enough. It's just a little bit of an effort landing this in pieces that are separate from each other, but not too far away. The pod itself is really, really light, so that will fall a lot slower than what the others do. But enough about that, you'll see that as it happens. I'm going to save that. I don't know why I keep doing that. My brother actually asked me about that last night. Why do you save something you just loaded? It's natural habits, people. Believe me, there's nothing worse than seeing your rocket go to pot simply because you didn't save it. It's never good. So let's get some sass on, and let's get some thrust up. About there seems good. And it seems that I have not done the staging on this correctly. This will need to be fixed later. But luckily, because we can mess with the stages as and when we do this, right, they should be the decouplers, they go there. Right, okay, that's perfect. So, on the countdown. No, not on the countdown. Close garage. Yeah, we can't have that thing just being proper unruly, can we? No, we bloody well can't. Alright, here we go. Thank you. Now you've done your duty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Not as slow as the other rockets that I've set up, but then again, I've kind of used some very, very, very big solids on this rocket. Very big solids indeed. I suppose people shouldn't fret either, because all of my old craft are available on the Kerbal spaceport right now for you to download. Links will be found in the discussion thread on the Kerbal forums. A link to that will be found in the description, because I saw a lot of people had commented on a couple of videos ago saying you never linked KW rocketry mods. Yes, I bloody did. They were in that forum, you useless people. Oh god. So yes, don't forget, if you want to download these mods, these crafts, or just generally talk about this KSP series, go into the forum post in the description and get involved, man. Get involved. I'm always trying to get the community involved with something that I'm doing. That's why I have a Minecraft server. I do want to talk about that, but I really can't be arsed because there's not much to say. Tech-Kit's going, Vanilla's coming in. That's all I'm going to say. I do have reasons for it. A lot of decent, legitimate reasons too, not just because I can't be arsed with Tech-Kit no more. It's just Tech-Kit is a pain in the backside, and it eats memory like it was going out of style. It seriously, seriously does, man. And I haven't got the resources or the money to, I was supposed to be the same thing. Yeah, I haven't got the resources or the cash to either improve the server or switch to a better host who might have a better server. So I'm going to switch down to vanilla. At least that doesn't eat up as much memory, and we will go from there. I mean, the Minecraft server is a vanilla server to a certain extent. I mean, they have Bucket on there, which is still vanilla at the end of the day. Oh, there we are, graphic turned on. So I'm going to be trying going for something like that rather than have people have machines, because there are so many items that need banning because they defeat player protection, they beat no PvP rules. Oh god. But Bucket's definitely one that we're going to keep for the simple fact we need the materials and resources that thing provides with plugins. So I will probably address this more in a video to tell you a bit more about what's going on with that. But I just want to confirm it because a few people have been talked about on the server, because I did make mention of it to like 1 or 2, but I didn't tell the general populace. This is me telling the general populace right now. Also, don't forget, KSP charity livestream. Give generously! Yeah, like I said, I'm going to remind you every single episode. Every single episode. Oh, long johns. Man, I can't even do stupid voices today. What's up with me? This is no good. But we are getting quite high up now. The prograde's taken a very, very big dip there, but we are well over 800 meters per second. How high are we going? 55. We're going to be transferring stage anytime soon, so I'm going to get down a little bit and we're going to get ready to engage our next stage. I'm hoping this bottom stage should be able to pull off getting us into orbit. Now, the trick is, rather than having to refuel this thing over and over again, for some reason or another, these things actually have a ruck of fuel in them. If I do that there, 720 units of fuel. Now, I'm going to be using this to refuel this mid-flight, so I don't have to go and get another craft to do all this. It's just a shame that I've got Jebediah with me, because the Falcon 5 is going to need a pilot to Juna, and there's only one pilot I can think of screamy enough to do it, and that's Bob Kerman. Bob Screaming Balls Kerman. Kerman? A Kerban is something a Kerman might wear on their head, if they are that way inclined or their religion dictates them to do so. And let's get some of this action going, shall we? Yes. Expand me out. Yeah, it seems pretty legit. It doesn't have to be even. I mean, I am kind of in the right angle for planetary transfers at this current moment in time, but I'm not going to begin that because I think it's too much of a burn to sort out. Right, estimated burn 37. We've got 30 seconds to the node, and we are down to like less than half fuel. That's not good news, but never mind. As long as we can make orbit, times are good in the Kerbal space program. A person has asked me about that recently. Why I say that so much? It's literally just a habit, man. You do videos for like God knows how long. I mean, I think I've been doing KSP videos for more than 6 months, and you just like pick up these little horrible catchphrases. I mean, I've ditched the Bane impression at the moment, but I could be coming back, and then Batman, you have my permission to die. Sounds awful, I know, but I love my Bane impression. Here we go, we've done. Orbit out, and we have just about made it for fuel. So let's see, we should have the ability to go pop, and we want to try. Oh god, I can't even bloody see. Right, give me this and give me this. Yeah, there we go, that's better. There we are, 800 from that tank. In. Oh god damn it! This is because it's rotating around really stupidly. Put some sass on. There we go. Perfect. Right, 1,529 off the second tank. Let's see what the third one can do. Alright, I'd say that looks pretty damn solid there. 2,200 should be enough to get to Juna, I would at least hope. So let's yeah, I noticed it's doing that a lot recently. 46 and 15. God damn it! So it didn't quite get me up into orbit. Useless thing. Let's go. This needs to be sorted out right this very second. I just need to get a little bit out. Preferably if I can do a slingshot kind of motion around the planet. That would be pretty rape of it. If I could pull that off without blitzing too much fuel. In fact, according to the gauge there, I do have a lot more fuel than when I attempted this yesterday. Interesting times in the Kerbal space program. I also need to make sure I keep on top of the power drain in this thing. That's why I've got so many solar panels on this. I'm going to need solar panels on the way down. Because, yes, power drain is an issue, and if I've got no power in my modules, I can't open them up, and if I can't open them up, I can't get the rover out, and if I can't get the rover out, then what's the point in all this mess, in all fairness? Right, let's give ourselves a bit of wee thrust, just to get ourselves over the over the atmosphere, should I say, in the outer reaches of the stratosphere. Alright, let's take it up to 75, that should do. We'll head up over to the Terminator. just past the terminator, should I say. In fact, I need to get rid of that for a second, and we need to zoom out and set Juna as our target, as per usual. Very important to set Juna as a target, otherwise we could be here all day, wondering when we're going to hit it, when our closest approach is. But speaking of closest approaches, we should be getting one here. So let's get this zoomed in. We don't have to do that much delta V. So this is looking a bit more efficient already. Aha, here we go. So 31, can I maybe perhaps, nope. 31, so for the time being, that's what we're going to have to do. I need to cough again, my throat is so itchy today, man. Itchy as all hell, but I'm trying not to, people, I'm trying not to. It's total rape on my throat. Oh, indeed, I blame my dad. He's the one who's ill at the moment. God damn it. So let's see, 50 seconds of burn for 1055 delta V's. Where the hell is my maneuver node? Aha, there we go, we found it. So I'm just going to get myself up nice and close and personal with it, and there we are, fast forward time. And now it's just a case of moving towards the maneuver node and getting ourselves out to Juna. Bearing in mind though, it's probably going to take me a few attempts to land on Juna, to get all the bases close enough together and make me a happy bunny with their placement, because I am very OCD when it comes to this, and the bases have got to be perfectly aligned. Well, not aligned, but close to each other in a basey kind of fashion. The pod I don't care about. The pod's just to get the astronauts down safely. It's nothing to do with the whole base itself, but it does make a good landmark. Oh god, can't warp while ship is under acceleration. Oh god, right, okay, go, 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 full bore. And there we are. If you hold yourself there for me, mate, we are going to keep an eye on our burning angle and we'll see what happens. I probably could physics warp this, but there's a lot of wobble here. I've decided to miss struts out because it seems to hold itself in place quite nicely. Oh, we're getting a bit of overheat. I don't care too much about that though, for the simple fact. So do I care? I think I do care actually. I care enough for it to not drain my fuel too much, because all the fuel that I have is quite important. I mean, I'm going to be wanting to come at Juna at a very, 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 very steep angle. Also on the light side. Preferably, if I can, I want to do a targeted descent. Because at some point keyframe's going to get involved. Well, I should be sending the keyframe probe up now, to tell you the truth. But as it happens, I haven't built a keyframe probe yet. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I can have more than one calling on Juna. It's one just to commit scientific experimentes on, more than anything else. But we're getting down to closest approach territory here, so boom, okay, 22 million. Let's see if, okay, there we are, 22 is kind of the lowest we are going. Another thing you'll notice is that this thing doesn't have RCS on, because, again, that's my hindsight for you. It does that kind of stuff to me sometimes. I just hope that my action groups are saved, actually. Pop, 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 pop. Right, okay, that's good. That should be okay if that's worked out as it should do. If it saves the action groups in the save file, which I'm pretty sure it does. I can't see why it wouldn't. Let's get the hell out of here, man. Get off your acceleration and let's accelerate to the beyond. Farewell, Kerbin. We will be... Well, actually, these guys won't be back anytime soon. Farewell, Moon. I bet Mimus is out there somewhere looking proper lonely with itself. Let's get out there, shall we? Right, there we go. Music changed as we went to interplanetary travel. So let's get ourselves out there a bit, shall we? Get ourselves away from the influence of Kerbin. When we get to X point, perhaps maybe at the descending node right there will be our point to do our first orbital correction. You see, it's not that hard to do orbital corrections in interplanetary travel, because I can set maneuver nodes up to be a very long way away, but I can start burning at any time I please, because the wideness of the angle that you're travelling here, it's more or less a straight line, in all fairness. Right, so let's see, we should have two periapsises here, both at the same, so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to play with these until we get some sort of like motion going on. 21,826. Haha, that took a lot down. 2 million, yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's find our node and we will begin burning in that. Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have done that. 18. Oh god, that was far too far. 18, 5. Actually, no, there we are. 5 should be a good one. I'll go with that and we'll just further as and when. But first, I've got to find that node. I've got to find it, and I've got to abuse it. Maybe not abuse it too much, but as long as I have fuel to do all this. Oh god, I don't know. You see, this is a very, very, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's the type of rocket that requires a lot of patience. The simple fact, if you get things wrong, it's very easy to mess things up. It's built with plenty to help you out with, but not enough to completely fix you if you make a mess. Okay, here we go. 18, 15, 14, 13, 8, 7, 6, 5. There we go. Oh, can we reach 4? 4. It's flickering between 4 and 5 there. I don't really know which one it is, but never mind. I'll happily leave that for what it is now. And then we're going to just move round forward a little bit. Acceleration, my rectum. Go! Kerbal charity livestream this weekend. Don't forget. I want to see you all there. Even if I'm not involved or on the stream, I will at least be in the chat showing my support. And I want to see a lot of you guys there too. I won't mind. Normally when I come into the chat, 1 or 2 people do recognise me. I want that to be more. Not because I want people to recognise me, but because I want you to give generously to Child's Play. Really can't stress it enough. It is quite important. It is definitely an important thing. I've made my case. I don't know if I can explain it any better, because I am not the best person to explain anything at all, as you guys well know by now. 1,680. Okay, so we take it down a little bit there. 1,005. Okay, so we're going that way. Can we maybe make it a little bit better? Okay, Juna periapsis. Yeah, we've made that a lot worse. So we still need to burn this kind of way. Juna periapsis, 33,000 meters. Okay, that's it's pretty rape of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this now, I think. Get myself up to that marker, and as you can see, I only need to increase 1.2 meters per second as my delta V. See, interplanetary travel can be fairly easy, but it's long and it's monotonous and it's not exactly fun. But getting to your location in one piece is definitely fun. It's always good. Right, where's your periapsis, please, mate? Let's see if we can take this down really goddamn low. There we go. So I am now on form to be doing this. I'm going to throw in a quick save, and we're going to get close. How am I doing for electrical charge? Not very well, actually. So what I am going to do, the pod should naturally generate charge, so I'm going to get these solar panels, and we're going to generate some power here. I actually don't know if I'm facing the right way to generate any power at all from the sun, but right, okay, so 1 solar panel is. That's good. There we go. Check that noise out. That's much better. Yes. Happy days. So let's get ourselves nice and close. If I can keep as much power as I can, then we should be on the ball here. I should be able to sort out all of my modules and be able to activate the actual parts as well. Yes, good times ahead in the Kerbal space program. Right, so we're getting very damn close here. What kind of angle am I going to be smacking this place? This is where I start wanting to adjust, if I'm going to adjust. So again, with a quick save. Right, I'm assuming I'm going to be going like pretty much polar over this thing. The adjustments need to be made as soon as I get onto the actual intersect, which I believe is what it's doing now. It looks like we're going around it quite level there, so you know what, that's not entirely too bad. changes in the orbit are going to be minimal at best. Where do I want to land, though, is the key question. Regardless, I need to start plotting maneuvers and expanding this up like so. Get myself nice and low on an intercept. What's that? 3,000. If I can do it a bit more. No, not that much. Maybe like 5,000, 10,000, something like that. I know the parachutes deploy in this thing at about 8,000, so that's probably going to be where I want to be heading. So let's see if we can mix and match this up a little bit, get this more equilateral triangle. 63, that does look quite equilateral triangle. In fact, it is quite equilateral triangle. I don't know why I'm calling it equilateral triangle. I guess it's because I've been working on a program to work out the angles of triangles recently. FYI, it's ridiculously easy. All you've got to know is how to do a private function to work out the angles of input 1, 2 and 3. Pretty damn easy, if you ask me. Okay, keep on going in. 8,000. Can we tip it up a little bit more just to give it a bit more oomph? Alright, 4,000. Sort this out. I'm going to be coming at this very equilateral. I want to be very, very equatorial. God damn it! Now I can't stop saying equilateral. Equilateral. Blech. There we go. That's like nigh on perfect there, that is. So 34 meters per second is the required delta V for this maneuver. So let's sort this out, shall we? You see, I don't know whether I actually have to burn to sort this out, because it's not exactly a perfect science doing it at this angle here. So in fact, what I might do is I'm going to give us a quick save. I'm going to fly on up to that node itself and begin our burn and see if we can not do something about it. Right, okay, we're getting close. We don't have to be right on it, I don't think. Right, okay, let's get to the node and then we should be in the right place. The reason why I'm getting rid of the node is because I don't want it to be I don't want it to be in the way. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 16, 10, 9. There we go. So again, we're not going at it at the most equilateral angle this time, but it's good enough. And if it's good enough for me, you know the rest by now. In fact, if I'm doing crazy little catchphrases, I'm going to finish that off. If it's good enough for me, then it's good enough for you. Oh yes, crazy catchphrases. Let's throw in another quick save, shall we? Because this is the point of no return now, basically. We're here, and we're about to choose our landing spot. Hopefully, I can get in right nice and close, and we can do something about this. I don't want to go flying right past it though, and I also need to make sure I get rid of these solar panels and put them in. How are we doing on actual physical power? Because, oh no, we are still facing the sun, that's good news. But when we go behind the planet onto its dark side, we're going to start losing power very, very quickly. Hopefully, we shouldn't lose it all. If I'm lucky, then we won't lose too much. All I've got to do is come in nice and close, and as soon as we get into like ×1 speed, there we go, get the panels away. The last thing I want is for these things to break off in the atmosphere, so here we go. We're using 0.8 of a power per second, so I'm going to get round to retro, and I'm going to begin getting ready to do the reverse burn. Now normally I'd ditch the engine about now for the whole aero braking procedure, but previous experience has taught me that I really do not want to do that. Really, really don't want to do that. Oh man. So this is going to be like, I'm hoping first time's going to be the charm here. I really am hoping first time's going to be the charm. In fact, what I do need to do is I need to get the SAS on. I'm going to do some fizz warp here, see what we can do. How is my angle? See, as you can see, it's starting to bend round as the aero braking's having an effect. Preferably, if I can, I'd like to get on the light side and into this part of Juna. That seems like it's going to be the primest place. That's actually the perfect place, especially as far as the Falcon 5 is concerned, because the lower down you are, the more drag you can produce. And that's always good in the world of Kerbal Space Program. Oh, here we go, actually. Yeah, we're doing this. I can see that I'm trying to fight the wind resistance here, but no matter, it's not enough to beat me. Ike Rise! I have a habit of just randomly seeing stuff at just the right time. Ah, okay, so I don't know, we're going back up. Oh god, perhaps maybe I should give myself some help, perhaps maybe? Some boosty uppy help, who knows? If I can, then I'd like to switch it round before we go for collisions at the floor, and I want to get myself all the extra Delta V that I've got. I'm going to have to give myself a bit of a boost as well, I think. Right, here we go. Let's see if we can not push this out a little bit. The further the better, the lighter the better. I wouldn't mind as well, maybe perhaps twisting it a way or two. We're going... Well, I could do with going south, so I need to turn this bad boy around. So this way please, mate, and we'll see if we can not bend it in some way, shape or form to meet our needs. Right, so how are we doing on Apo? That looks pretty damn good. I'm more than happy with that. So we're going to be coming down in the lower down areas, at least over these mountain ranges. So I'm going to get rid of this engine, and we're going to go down, and we're going to begin our descent procedures. This is where it's possibly the most hardest things to do. It really, really is. Go. That engine should, in all fairness, decide to fly away. Because of its weight difference, that thing will get pulled away by the gravity a lot faster than what we will. As for us, we're going to be going down at like this kind of angle here. How are we doing on fuel, by the way? Not fuel, electrical charge. We still got plenty left, so that is good news. Good news indeed. We actually didn't use all of our fuel, which is a good thing. That is a really good thing. I did think we were going to be struggling with fuel a little bit, but obviously it wasn't so bad that it was causing us issues. Right, here we go. We're starting to reach these mountains here, and we are going down. Kerbal charity livestream this weekend. Give generously. I'm going to keep on drumming this into you. That's it. That's because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the scrolling text thing at the top of the video to work. I really want the scrolling text bar saying PD's live stream this weekend for Child's Play charity. Get the word right out there. See if I can like add a few of my number to his number. All for the glory of... I want to say science, but it's not science. It's all for the glory of the kids at Christmas. And not just Christmas, all year round. I suppose I should really mention that because I don't want it to sound like Child's Play operate only one time a year. They operate all year round. Which is good. Nobody likes a lazy charity. If you're going to be a charity, you've got to do it right, and Child's Play apparently do. I will put a link to the Child's Play website on my description, so you guys can read all about it and see what it is those guys do and see the amazing things that they have already done. But as with all charities, their work is never done. When am I going to be starting to disconnect all this? Now, this is something I hadn't considered before. You see, 8,000 meters is where parachutes come out, but I've got to be very careful about my height in regards to parachutes. I'm also wondering, am I going to be hitting level ground here? It looks that way. Let's speed up a little bit, shall we? As soon as I come to 8,000, I'm going to begin the actual procedure of this. Right, here we are. This looks like a pretty flattish place below us, but graphics can be deceiving. So, 6,000. Let's... I want to go down lower. Let's get to 4,000. Come on, 5,000. That's pretty low. Right, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm hoping they'll all be close together. And then we go... Boom. Don't hit me. Nice. Boom, boom, boom! Right, this is what I want to be keeping an eye on. I don't really care about the pod too much. Alright, one habitat's quite a way away. Please don't disappear, pod. Activate parachutes. Boom, boom, boom. Right, okay. Oh, the pod disappeared! God damn it! I hate it when this happens. So our base is now completely unmanned. Oh well, no matter. I suppose I need to get some Kerbals here regardless. How good is my spacing between these, by the way? They're the two colonies. That one's the garage. Alright. That's not so bad. I'm more than happy with that, I suppose. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm really not that happy. We're going to see if these bases actually land, and then what I will do is I will, in the style of the last episode, go away, come back, get a landing style prepared, I think. I don't know. No, well, I'm happy with this. This'll do for colonization for now. In all fairness, I should have left it till we were a bit lower. Okay, don't hit the floor too hard. Sweet. Right, so everyone, get your panels out, please. Did I lose a panel? I lost a panel. How did I lose a panel? Oh well. Open air. Oh no, this one only had one on it, didn't it? Open airlock and open garage. So let's switch across to our habitats. We're going to open this up and we're going to open this up. So as you can see, these are like the coolest things since sliced bread. These are proper base modules. Not none of those mamby-pamby empty fuel tank things that people are creating. No, this is a proper job. This is. Someone has worked very hard to do this, and it's very impressive to say the least. I can't help but notice that this one's also missing a panel. So let's get some of them out. Hopefully that won't... Oh god. Oh, it goes straight through. Damn it, I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Where is the sun? Ah, it's right above us, so they should level out quite nicely. Where's the other base? Why did this also lose some as well? I think maybe perhaps the whole decouple the whole decoupling process has maybe made a bit of a mess. No matter, at least all the habitat modules are open, all the solar panels are deployed, and the Juna rover is ready. So I don't want to open. I want to open the hatch. I want to engage the wheels. It says there's not enough crew to do such things, but never mind. That should be good enough for now. But yeah, we actually have a colony on Juna, although it did kind of go a bit all skew-if. And the rover is kind of parked miles away, but no matter. A Kerbal can easily drive that and walk it. I don't know. I'm going to work out on getting these things closer together, I think. I don't know. No, I'll leave it for it as it is for now, because there were going to be more bases being thrown at this thing like it was no one's business, and I'm hoping I can do some targeted deorbits. Now that is going to be ridiculously hard, absolutely ridiculously hard. I'll definitely need to send up another one of what I've just sent up, plus one with a big metric butt ton of actual just habitation modules. There is one that I'm not showing here, and that's the power station module. I couldn't find a use for that. It's good because it has like a little motor, an engine hidden in the side of it, like this here, and on the other side it has a big massive row of solar panels that come flying out the side. It's pretty cool, but I can't find a use for it, and I'm not really a big fan of it, so nah, I'm not going to use it. But yes, colony on Juna, people. Don't forget, Kerbal charity live stream done by xPDxTV. I don't know why I said it like that. Play Daily TV, that's, I suppose, the real name of this chap's channel. But yes, charity live stream, people. Get out, give generously, and hopefully I will see you there. Catch you in a bit, people. Peace out.